just so that you can, so just that we can help.
I got the perfect title for this one too.
What's up?
That small fry is in room.
Just like the whole naming convention of like how we've been naming these little one-off side arcs, like the Ballad of Alcen, the Requiem of Lance. Just want to be Bunny's Ballroom Blitz.
Ballroom Bunny. Oh yeah, Ballroom Bunny. There you go.
Hey, now, Bunny, if you're ever in trouble, remember, underneath my bed is a baseball bat.
Bunny, there is no baseball bat under that bed.
Wait,
There's no baseball bat.
hey yo, what?
Ushi, there is no bed.
No. Lance had a bed. It wasn't supported well. That's why that like if it's like a bed that he thought was still standing on its four legs, but it's long since because someone's cut the legs off the bed, fall into the floor.
Yeah, but only 3.
Oh, that's terrible! Only one leg was cut, so it's off on an angle.
No, and it's cut such a way that when you lay down, it's like that very noticeable dip, but it's not enough to fuck up, you're sleeping. But if you move and toss and turn, you can walk the bed. They didn't even take the mattress. They just did that little fucking plan.
Let's pay.
So, does someone want to walk Bunny through what's kind of going on in the greater scheme of the roleplay so far? Since Bunny isn't truly aware of what's going on at Travail.
I guess I'll start. Our big bad Plutars has sent some of his boys, this is Black Nebula, to Travail to start some trouble, bringing with him Mecto Amori and
Mecto Amori, yeah, that's correct, and Desideris.
Lance followed Falcone and yada yada made it to the scene of it. And Nero, thank you. They made it to the scene of the crime. Lance waited. Everyone was fighting them off. When Lance popped GSS,
God Shattering Star.
God Shattering Star. 2 turns later, Black Nebula appeared, taunting at Lance and declaring that he must give back what he stole. And that led to Yada Gada ultimately getting grappled by Mecha Amor. Nero fighting off the Black Hole Sun and succeeding. That was a surprise. He led with a fucking which led to him critting him with his bayonet.
As the founding fathers intended.
The big highlight is when Desiderius was in his thin form, and Falcone just fucking nosedived into him, causing 97 damage into him.
Yep.
Lance, in his final moments within GSS, goes up to his adopted brother, Carlos, and beats the divinity out of him the moment he steps into his avatar form.
So yeah, essentially it was like the players went and turned into their strongest forms. Then the enemies did the bleach thing where they turned into their strongest forms. But then the players did something that the bleach characters usually don't do, is beat them so hard in the first few rounds of fighting that they turn back to their base forms. And that's kind of where we are now. Desideris is back is broken and is about to be eaten by a demon. How ironic. Mecto Amor is about to snack on a Steiner Yanagata, so that might be the first actual death of an important NPC.
Sun died.
Steiner.
No, Sun. He died, but remember when the 7th diamond exploded?
Yes. He died. Quotation marks. I'm talking about stays. Yeah, I'm talking about stays dead this time. Like,
Okay,
Oh my god, I got it. You just come back like Sun did. Lance, it doesn't work that way.
I don't feel
What?
so good, Mr. McKinley.
oh no, don't say that. Oh, you know the worst thing would be if I started the 3-hour session with a 30-minute like introduction to who Steiner was before the roleplay started, just to have him die right after.
you can still be saved. I still believe there's a chance.
Yeah, if you guys roll high enough initiative,
It would be very avant-garde.
it'd be hilarious as fuck. I believe in you guys.
Mecha Boy's like, drop that demon boy, and I'll let this officer live. Fucking hell's wrath. Fuck you. You're not separating me and my snack. Now have your snack.
It's true.
No, I tell you what Hell's Wrath would do. He'd go, oh, no.
But why? Is that one scene from like Mummy's Return, the second film, where you had like Emotet acting like this guy was like, Emotet save me. He's like, but why would I do that?
Yeah, why?
But why? Okay, so
Nah.
So, Bunny, with that underneath your belt, with what's going on so far in the city, like your character Bunny doesn't know that Lance is dealing with all this. Yeah, I can. Yeah, yeah. So you aren't aware that's what's currently going on down in downtown Travail. Uh, Bunny's life and adventure has been a little bit different than that. After after the Novus arc with the scientist who basically created you, you had escaped with Wolf to Lance's house, which you didn't know was Lance's house until he reintroduced himself, returning back home. You see, Lance had been so far gone from his home that he didn't even know that there was someone waiting for him living at his house, which was Wolf before he was transformed. He was a hitman trying to kill
Spotting.
Lance. It may also be Wolf the man was the same person who cut that leg off of Lance's bed, but he won't tell.
God damn it.
What is the fact though is that Wolf was also taken to Novus and experimented on. So he went to the only place he knew that was free in not West Bay, in Spiral City to live in without anyone being around because he had been living there already without Lance there. Lance returns home, figures out that these two are living there, and realizes that instead of giving a fight about it, that he could at least have the roommates while he's not living there, because he's still doing shit in the Spiral City itself. And so Wolf and Bunny have been living there primarily. And the last time I talked with you in depth about things, I had told you that Wolf went on a walk with a portable device called Porta Novus, basically the copy ego of the man who helped create Bunny and Wolf, as well as several other terrible things in the roleplay. This Porta Novus was trying to escape Wolf, but Wolf just simply walked out of the spiral net connection, and keeping Porta Novus still trapped into the device. Lance, when he returns back, finds that there's furniture and even a door because Wolf had used Porta Novus to hack basically IKEA to redirect a lot of furniture for them for free. So beds, kitchenware, all of that. So now Wolf and Bunny are kind of living out in their own like little fantasy of having a house, it decorated. Bunny can basically do whatever she wishes in there. And it's been really cash money for the past few days. The past few weeks. The only real issue had been recently that Wolf had been smelling people walking around the perimeter. And anytime he had the chance to try to chase them, they're always gone before he can find them. So, that leads to the moments before this roleplay happens. You still with us, Bunny?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Okay. Did anything I say sound confusing?
Nope. Stealing out of IKEA, making a home. Yep.
Great. So, It's now the first week in August. It's a Monday, and it's not anything particular. Spiral City doesn't really have the seasons like we do. In Spiral City, it's more like a nice 70 always. It's just always consistently good weather. Never really bad weather, except for rain occasionally, but it's weird. Rain only happens specifically in each district, but I'll get into that later in a different time. What we need to focus on is it's a nice orange day. The skies,
Of course, it's orange.
yep, because I canonically made it orange for you guys when you were traveling. So it's a nice orange day, and it's a pretty decent day. Wolf had been with basically Bunny since the morning, like since every day. He always wakes up in the living room, and Wolf has a particular pattern of going outside, doing patrol, and coming back into the house, and just fixing what's still broken around the area. Since Wolf has been basically putting back the house to a functioning order. Recently, he had finished the floor panels of the living room, and so the living room actually looks tied up now. This morning, how would Bunny be feeling this morning? Just knowing all the progress that's been happening so far in the house.
Well, if it's a Monday, kind of like, I guess, indifferent or a little bit bored because it's like the same old,
Okay,
but feeling a little bit calm, I guess.
great. Would you think there'd be any sort of difference in your morning? Like, what would be Bunny's morning ritual since being freed and having her own freedom to do whatever she wishes in the morning?
She would probably spend her days like going around and just trying to, I guess, are there books? Are there books in this house?
No, but there can easily be like transferred books. Like if that would have been something Bunny would have been doing, then Wolf would have already had a bookshelf, like a bookcase for
Bunny
books.
just all Bunny finds is just magazines of Lance that just heavily highlight like wrestling and fighting techniques.
Well, that's not wrong. There could have been like so Wolf would have gotten Bunny just non-fictional literature that's from Spiral City. And it would have been like different folk stories and different type of accounts of past stuff for Spiral City. And like Bunny would have been poking around and found that Lance would have had some old karate magazines and stuff like that.
Yep,
4 a.m. is Lance's private time.
definitely reading. As long as there's no nudity, but
No,
definitely
that's
Too
reading.
bad.
so with that being the thing that I would like you as the person playing Bunny would want to do for your character, then it's kind of more implied that Wolf spent more of the time fixing the place while Bunny found herself more and more intrigued with the literature she's been reading. Um, with the things that I've mentioned that you were reading and that you considered that you would even read it, uh, you've gained a proficiency, you've gained from nothing to a, I would say, yeah, novice. Yeah, that's where I start my skill trees at. Yeah, so you're a novice in martial arts by reading the comprehensive amount of magazines left by Lance and his interest in martial fighting.
Might as well.
Lance actually spent a lot of his time highlighting specific spots with like red highlighter or crayon. You can't really tell the difference. But like there were like specific diagrams he'd circle for you to follow, like for him to follow later. But you're looking at it now, buddy.
Hit you
All
to
right.
make maximum damage. Just
Say that again.
it's like one of them has like a diagram of like pointing at a specific body part, and it says hit Q for maximum damage.
Yep, for sure.
And it's the
And
green.
it's, no, it's like it also has like highlighted. It says hit really hard.
So canonically, I had Bunny in the kitchen, and the thing is about the kitchen here in Lance's house is that there isn't a door that cuts off the kitchen. It's an open floor plan, so the doorway leads right into the kitchen perfectly. And Bunny isn't so much doing anything in the kitchen, but just standing there and actually reading from the table, like sitting from the table and just reading one of Lance's martial art magazines. This one is the Kung Fu Grip of Death: How to Complete in 10 Easy Steps.
How to complete the steps.
And like, it
You
wouldn't
can't.
in, like,
You cannot find instruction. You cannot find step 4, and it asks for a mail order for step 7. A money order.
Hey yo,
let
what?
me see. Would it in yellow crayon need to save money? And like on the 4th step, would it in red crayon, mullet and shorts, like in question marks? Do I need a mullet? Do I need shorts?
Yes, that's 100% true.
What is this Betty Crocker for fighting? Is this the Betty Crocker commercial now?
Well, no, it's more like it's more the regular show when they were learning the deaf karate, or I think it was
Taekwondo.
Deaf Kwando.
No.
Yeah, they had mullets and they had cut sleeve shirts, so that's what he was referencing. I'm like, yes, the karate grip of Kung Fu Death is exactly that. The first step is you need a mullet and sleeveless vests.
And pants. Don't forget the short pants.
And the short
That's the
pants.
important part.
Yep. But anyway, to get over all the niceness, now we're transitioning into the roleplay actual. Are you ready?
Hey, I'm ready.
Okay. So, whilst you're in the kitchen, Bunny, you hear that Wolf is making. You can actually hear Wolf take his large footsteps. One of the advantages of being an anthropomorphic bunny is that your hearing is great. So you can literally hear Wolf like stand up from the couch from where he was sitting and making his way towards the kitchen towards you. And it's not that it's not that long of a walk. But what catches you weird is that Wolf doesn't continue making his way to the kitchen. You hear his feet stop at the cross section of where the kitchen intersects with the living room, because down straight away is the entrance to the door, and from the entrance to the door is where Wolf is watching.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. So we basically have somebody just like we got a situation.
Well, you just
Right
know,
now.
yeah, you just noticed that Wolf is like he stopped completely at this intersection. He hasn't done anything just yet. But you've noticed. And it feels like seconds are ticking away. What would you do at this moment?
I probably at this moment I would probably like get my hackles up ready to fight without any hesitation. Because if it's not the same thing that I'm used to every day now that I've been living in a house, then I'm like, yeah, we scrapping, we're about to fight.
Kicking in that primal fight or flight reflex, you push back the seat and stand up immediately. When you stand up, you hear Wolf then growl and get like you can't hear him get low, but you hear him growl and go, "Bunny!" And before he finishes it is when the door breaks in front of him.
Oh shit, here we go.
From the
Oh, God.
doorway, it appears.
Where's your
Platars.
rent, McKinley?
Not Fee. Oh, look here! It's the big bad wolf. As Plutaris floats through the doorway, Wolf growls and doesn't pounce at Plutaris, but barks one more time towards the kitchen. Bunny, run!
Hey yo. Okay.
There is a window for you to leap out from there, from the kitchen.
Okay. Fuck.
You hear that you can't hear Plutaris. Well, actually, you could hear like the air. You would have heard the door bust completely. But the weird thing about the situation is you can't hear footsteps because I could like you haven't seen Plutaris yet until you walk into the hallway actual. Do you want to move into the hallway actual?
Yes, let me get into the hallway. Yeah, let me get in the hallway.
Okay. When you walk up to the hallway, you see Plataris floating towards Wolf and keeping about, I'd say, 20 feet away as he approaches. Wow, I didn't know that Lance was into this furry shit. Who happened?
No. No.
You didn't say there was gonna be the whole clown circus. I didn't. There wasn't gonna be the whole clown circus here. I was just supposed to destroy his house. What are you, his friends or something?
Oh god, that idiot has friends?
Wolf doesn't say anything, but just growls under his breath. He looks over at Bunny, and you can see Bunny in his his right eye. Despite all the fur and scarring that he's had, the scars that he has across his face, that he is genuinely worried and wants you to flee. But he doesn't say other than keeping his self stanced and ready to fight this man in front of him. Plataris looks up, down at Wolf. What the fuck are you even trying to do? Intimidate me? I've met pit bulls with more bark than you. Oh, do you want me to give you a bone you can fetch? I can take her throat out if you'd like. Plataris points at Bunny, you.
Hey, yo, he's gonna disrespect me right now to my face?
You're about 20 feet away from him, yep.
Hey, yo, what the fuck you trying to tell me? You come in here unexpected, already trying to fight? I ain't even had breakfast yet. What the fuck? It's a Monday.
You chose the bad Monday. You just happened to choose the wrong set of friends on the right Monday for me. Because after this, I'm gonna get me and myself a bagel. Then I'm gonna go finish off Lance.
First the bagel, then murder.
Yep. First bagel, then murder. Thank you, voice in the sky.
Yo.
I want to throw hands. But I'm scared.
I was gonna say, Bunny, you feel yourself trying to size up the fight between you and Plataris. And it doesn't take 2 and 2 to realize that the math ain't adding up right. He is standing like a roided ass Hercules.
Roided?
We're talking about he looks like he's on juice.
No.
Juice.
No.
Think of a more jacked Homelander.
No. Nah, Homelander.
Honestly, it would be a little bit. It would be like a jacked up Superman Homelander. He has laser vision, which he hasn't been using at all yet.
Oh shit. This ain't good. Fuck. I don't see my options of survival. I don't. Fuck.
You have an anima.
Yes, you don't forget. You are an enhanced bunny. You have some. You are much faster than most.
Punish Tushi.
You're not superhuman strong, but you are definitely stronger than many humans. So you could throw a fist or two. You have your gun on you, which deals a decent amount of damage. And of course, like Danny said, you have your anima treasure box, which a reminder for you how it works. I'll kick him in the dick, mouth. A reminder how.
Dude, with rabbit legs, you could break concrete.
This isn't a bar fight. Have some class.
No,
have some glass.
Blasphemy.
I break the bottleneck of a beer and stab it.
God, yeah, Dungeon and I went to the exact same place.
You know, my grandmother always referred to a broken beer bottle.
So, to remind you,
200 gold if you get that reference.
I don't.
It sounds familiar.
But,
Is it always running from Philadelphia?
Clerks do.
Oh, I never seen the movie.
Oh.
Back to us, Bunny. A reminder to how treasure box works for you is that on a successful intelligence check against a target, you can take a memory from them and trap them in a loop of it. You can use that loop in order to give yourself a better shot, better crit shots, or give it to an advantage for someone else to hit the opponent easier.
Okay.
So your options are like this. You could fight.
Okay.
You could fight. You could use your anima. Good idea. You could flee. Get further distance from a man, from this man who looks like he could tear you up. Good idea. Anyone else want to botch an idea or two?
Perish.
Don't go melee.
Perish.
Evie, that's not a suggestion.
Consider the following: cross out lands. Helps Marconi all the time.
Consider the following. Perish.
Anna, can I use my anima, please?
Yeah.
I sound like an enema. Oh God.
Enema?
No, not an enema, an anima.
That might stop him. Keep it up.
That might stop him.
Hands to Pepto. But yes, I would like to use treasure box, please.
Okay.
But can she make multiple instances of treasure box?
You're about to find out how powerful treasure box is. So,
Bunny, get the turkey baster.
Bunny, the way treasure box works.
Mr. Vista.
There's two different ways I've thought of treasure box working, but I'll leave it to you to decide. Treasure box can work either through line of sight, like as soon as Plotaris looks at you, you're able to lock him into that memory, like like Itachi from Naruto. Or you can do it similar to with a vocal thing, where a certain vocal range within your rap, circle vocal range that you can reach, lets you hypnotize someone to a more susceptible state for your anima to work. Which effect would you like to have?
Can I get option 1 where I look at him?
Cool.
I just want to imagine like when Bunny does this, her eye just like she closes her eye, and it's just a box in her eye now. You know what I mean?
Can somebody do a hand where it's like just a hand, it's the grabby hands, but it's just me being like, hey, bruh. And it's just like the look at me hand, the finger where it's just like, hey, yo, look at this. Hit somebody.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that as you taunt Plotaris using your power. Hey, look at me. He looks at you. I'm the captain.
Yo, put on the captain hat. Let's go.
But let's do that, Bunny. Ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead, taunt him.
Hey, yo, check this out. Look at me.
Plotaris turns over. What the? And then your eye just glows. What color would you like? Color has a specific religional thing in this roleplay, but for specific anima powers, they're just for cosmetic purposes. This is one of those moments.
These are their tapes. I would like, hey, yo, bruh, give me the color white.
Sure.
No, yeah, white. Give me white.
A bright white flash, literally a flashbang, pops into his eyes. And he rolls against an intelligence check against you, Bunny. We're going to first roll for Bunny's initiative. We're starting initiative for everybody. Great. Bunny got the round started. The turn fight started.
Okay.
Team Bunny. Also, remember, Bunny and Wolf were fighting together. We had in other instances, like the Novus arc, when two anima users fight together.
Okay. Yes.
So
yes.
no, sorry. I'm letting the players put that together for them, but it doesn't seem like they're putting it together. So they're both going to have their initiatives added together.
Yeah, definitely going to be helpful.
All right, so what you're telling me is I just need to speedball answer every problem.
Depending on the situation, and
what you're telling me is I need to speedball answer every problem. Look at him; he's strong enough; he can take it.
I'm a big boy.
See, he's a big boy. We just have to have the child-proof locks on everything. It's fine.
Plataris doesn't need to roll initiative. He just has first tag.
Ugh.
Yep. He just has first. So, this is a surprise round. We don't need to roll for that. Surprise round. Plataris rolls.
Oh fucking hell!
Yep. I'm just trying to remember his. I'm trying to get the notes. Okay, it's just this. Wow. Barely fails. Barely fails.
Oh
Woo!
Jesus!
Oh no, I'm looking at the 15. Never mind. No, he failed pretty well. Because of the joint initiative. So, Bunny, you spend. Let me double check your character. Oh yeah, I fucking love this thing. I'm gonna mention. I'm sorry. I lost character for a second. Just look at this, Danny. That's great, Evie. That's fucking great.
I don't get the joke.
Huh?
Where do I look? Where do I look for this? Where do I look?
No. It wasn't a joke. They put it all in memes.
Hold on, I'm gonna check this.
Yep. Hello. I have returned.
So anyway, I started blasting. And the Hell's Wrath one, sorry, not the Hell's Wrath, the bottom one, Danny, is when, what's it called?
Friendly fire.
Dust and Ashes Friendly Fire. I'm telling you, the memes that come out of this fucking roleplay are top end. I love them. So, sorry, I need to look at your. I was trying to look at your fucking powers. That's what I was like. I got distracted by Evie's memes.
Yep.
Sorry, blast.
Thank meme lord that he is.
Here we go. Targeting a person, lock the hidden memory. Something that they're trying to hide. Okay.
I feel concerned.
No, I'm just reading. Your secondary effect because you have two specific powers. You've never used the second one before because we never had an instance where it lasted long enough for you to use it. So Plataris is hiding a deep memory, and being that he is a top tier boss for sure. His memory is a hidden memory that he does not want the press or anyone else to know. It is a vision of him being in a basically white roomed and being a test rap subject, similar to Homelander's backstory. Look, it's not going to be any different. I mean, it basically makes sense how you make a psychopath like him. Yet tortured him as a kid. So his repressed memories is that Plataris was tortured.
Oh wow, I feel really bad for the guy.
It's not supposed to be. Yes, I get it. It's like I said,
Oh wow.
Oh no!
I'm not trying to write a convincing story, you fucks. I made him.
Oh wow. I've actually never seen The Boys.
Nah.
It's actually a really good show. Not the comic.
I don't have
the
Amazon
show.
Prime.
I have Amazon Prime, but I'm too lazy.
I'd give you a link to watch the website off another website because it's good. Like, even if you didn't see the comic, the show does it better, and the show does a great job with the chemistry of all the actors. Everyone sells it to me. They're all superheroes.
I think Homelander is actually the person who plays Homelander is in like he's in a show where like an ex neo-Nazi gets into a police department.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm talking about? He goes after the neo-Nazi group he was at. Yeah.
Yes. I've actually seen a few clips of that show. I haven't seen it, but yes, I know exactly. I laughed. I was like, it makes sense when you think of Stormfront.
I got an actual update about the boys.
I appreciate it. I just need to get this going.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'll just post it in your chat.
I appreciate you.
Yep.
So, For now, to rewind us back to the roleplay. Blitaris' backstory is simply the memory he's trying to hide the hardest is that that's actually great news. Uh, the hidden memory he's trying to hide is that he was basically a child grown into this fuck situation where he has been basically tortured since he's been a child. He doesn't want anyone to know because then he feels insecure that if more people knew, then he'd lose the intrinsic power that he emanates or he assumes he emanates with his masculinity. And that's what we call toxic masculinity, ladies and gentlemen. I wrap up and walk away.
Cheers for that one message. I admire
That's
the
it.
build
That's
up.
the show.
So
That's the show.
Plataris now is holding the treasure box in his in his unoccupied hands, and he's looking into it instead of looking at you, Bunny. And he's like staring deeply into the treasure box, trying to fight back these tears that are slowly developing as he's trying to fight back, the memories that he doesn't want to remember. Oh God, that's right. They fucked with me. They fucked with my head. And so now we begin combat. Plataris begins. He goes first. He just has the first tag. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. He just goes first.
What?
No, he will just go first. He rolls to at a disadvantage with intelligence. He rolls at a disadvantage to break out of treasure box. Give me a second. No, that's not enough. Fuck. Okay, so Platar stares deeply into the treasure box. You can't tell if he's still staring at it purposely or not. Bunny.
Is this my time to shoot? Because I want to go blazing.
You can the more interesting bit about this fight is that you are instrumental in choosing which of the two players go first. You are controlling Wolf and Bunny. Wolf has a transformation form where he could go toe to toe, but even with a threat like Plataris, he doesn't last long as a melee fighter. He can definitely keep Plataris fighting and go into a fight and keep Bunny safe as long as he can, take a hit or two. And Bunny, of course, is the range options. Oh, he rolled disadvantage at that. So no, he did. Okay, yeah. So, who do you want to go first, Bunny? Wolf or Bunny?
Hey, let me use Wolf first.
Wolf? You said you want to use Wolf?
Yep, Wolf.
Okay. So you have, with Wolf, you have 3 decisions and a movement. He's not exactly in melee range, so you can spend the rest of his movement getting closer to Plataris. And you can have him dedicate his melee attacks, as Wolf has more melee attacks than he would any other range form. He doesn't have like specific anima though.
Anima?
It's unique.
Ooh. This is stressful already. I'm just over here like, dang, what the fuck we doing?
Welcome to the roleplay.
Yep, welcome to the roleplay.
Oh my god, that's exactly how I felt when.
Can I phone a friend? Can I phone a friend?
You got the whole staff here to help you.
Can I call Lance?
Sink or swim.
Can I phone a friend? Can I phone a friend?
Well, if you're asking in terms of the advice for everybody, you can ask anyone here, of course. If you're asking about can someone come help you two? No, you guys are basically on the other end. It's like the other end of the United States.
Oh fuck no! Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey! Lance
Yes.
lives there. It's not his fault that it's geologically inconvenient. Please
Also
don't destroy my
is.
dog. Please don't.
Do you have any, Lance? Do you have any like memorabilia in your house that you just keep? Are you a kleptomaniac? Do you have anything in your house?
Everything was stolen by the
Yes.
time I got back.
The only thing
What
that
do you
would
got?
the only thing that Lance would have that personal keep would be in his room, and would have been one other thing.
Excuse me.
The other thing would have been a portrait of Elizabeth Flower Home, his father, which has been etched out of the picture. Lance and Carlos all standing in a family portrait. If you're talking about miscellaneous shit, no, like Lance said, he got robbed plenty of times. He has nothing else.
What I suggest to you is, if you have an AP2, pop it right now to make the effect even stronger. Keep him in that memory.
Can I do that, please? This man is scaring me, and I'm just sitting here like, hey, yo, what the fuck we finna do?
Okay, no
All right.
worries. So instead of Wolf going first, it's Bunny. So Bunny, you only have 2 decisions, but you have 2 movements. So you move much faster than most people. You don't have as many
The dude
decisions
that
as
crippled
everyone else.
Lance.
Huh?
Yeah, it's the dude that made Lance what's the word? Wait for how long has it been? 6 months for his handicap placard to come in and it still hasn't came in yet?
Hey, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck you mean? Oh,
He
hell
blast-
no.
He lasered beam my arm and my legs off. Yeah.
No, not just any arm. His dominant arm.
Yep, his left hand. Yep, his left arm. I rolled for that too.
Hey, yo, what?
So anyway,
All right.
Like I
That's
said,
funny.
your best option.
Die.
Your best option is to, however you're gonna keep him in that treasure box, do it.
so you
And
can, yes, you can keep him in the effects of treasure box. You can. So right now you have 20 AP. You spent 1 and dropped yourself down to 19. Actually, no, I think you're at no, you have 12 AP. I think it is. No, 15. Yeah, 15 is the max you have. You're down to 14. You can spend 2 more AP, which brings you down to 13. No, sorry, it brings you down to 12. When you do, you have a stronger effect of your anima power, and I'll read it out for everybody since it'll help them help you. There is treasured reality. At any successful target of your AP1 must then make another intelligence check, or because it's not a disadvantage, just another intelligence check. Or they fall into a lucid dream of their favorite unchanged memory. So, your first memory is that there's something trying to hide something. You go deeper from what they are trying to hide to lure them into their mind even deeper by giving them what they actually want to see. When you do this, you can hide inside the memory of this person now, of their favorite memory. You can make attacks in here as if you can make attacks from that person as if they were your point of origin. You can't physically move, but you can blink yourself in and out of memory to relocate yourself by spending 2 AP. And while the person is in this trapped reality, they lose 2 decisions, and they lose they lose 2 decisions. They lose movement because they're trapped in a deeper memory. And they can only pass on a disadvantaged intelligence check against your initiative. Which is already...
do that. Do that.
Okay, let's go with that. I trust y'all. Let's go with that. Let's do this. All right? Do it.
Like, you are paired up with Wolf, and I don't know how fast Wolf is, but I'm sure you are as fast as fuck.
No,
And both
Wolf
you
and
can-
Bunny are sharing your initiative because for the first... Yeah, I think it's for the first 10 rounds. Yeah. For the first 10 rounds, they get to have the bonus where there's 2 anima users working together. We've established this since Novus's arc. Should have also happened during the roleplay with the fight at Travail. I forgot to do that.
Can we just put that in for the next round then?
No, we're already around. Well, we're already by round 6, with most of the conflict being resolved.
Most?
Yeah.
Excuse you.
I said most. I didn't say all of it. And at this point,
Most.
we're already 6 turns in. To add it retrospectively now, I would just why not just do the whole thing again?
Most of the combat being done. Yeah, that's like calling me skinny.
Because then at that same token, I would also have to do that for Desideris and Mektua Moore. They're both Anima users.
No, one's a robot.
They're both Anima users.
One's a robot. Robots don't deserve rights. Or
So
anima powers.
Hey now. Skynet was programmed with feelings, all right. Respect that.
So back
my
to the
God.
Bunny situation. I drop your AP from 14 to 12. You spend 1 decision, that 2 AP, and we're going to have Plutaris make the intelligence check, rolling that d20. Holy fuck, he passes. So, no, you can't lure him into the deeper memory. You can try again.
Yeah, you
Can I
gotta keep
try?
going for that.
Can I try again, please?
Sure. You try to lure him again. You go from 12 to 10 AP.
Oh God, help us!
He fails by
Oh.
rolling a 2. So he falls into the deeper memory, losing more decisions now. So when he was in the AP1 effect, it's as if he was grappled. So he lost 1 decision. Now he loses 3 decisions because it's 2 in the AP2 form. And his movement, because he can no longer move. You also can no longer move, Bunny, as Plutaris is now experiencing one of his favorite memories. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, which one do I choose?
If it's the one where he chucks children off the top of the spire.
That's why I'm trying to make something a little bit more spicy. Hold on.
Oh no.
Okay, one of his favorite moments that all of them are basically at random I can choose. So the one I've chosen for Plutaris is he leads the Sentinels, a group of superheroes similar to that of the boys with the what the fuck they call themselves? The Seven? Yeah. Or the Justice League. They're essentially equivalent of each other. So Sentinels is like the Justice League. Plutaris is the leader of that group. This memory, his favorite memory, is of a recruit trying to join the Sentinels. This scrawny-looking fellow called himself the Atomic Fellow. And he claimed that if aggravated enough that he could, become big and strong and beat Plutaris. And so Plutaris, being goaded by what he assumed to be a really weak person, pushed around this weak guy and triggered his anima, allowing him to become the Incredible Fellow. Yeah. I didn't have time to write a lot of different names for Plutaris and the things that come up to be, but as a, work in progress superhero name, essentially it was my way
Nice
of...
judgment.
Thank you. But it's essentially the Hulk anima, just mixed with Survivor from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean.
I am so happy someone else remembers Survivor.
It's not
Oh
that
my
it's very
God.
not that bad of an anima. So
No, not at
Plutaris
all.
Plutaris is fighting this guy. And it's during this fight that you can feel Plutaris' heart racing in panic. At the same time, he's happy. And that's where the memory of him is being stuck at. Perpetually in this fight between him and my carbon copy of the Hulk. Oh, no! He basically looks like Mr. Hyde from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Hell the fuck yeah, let's go. You know that's my movie. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this shit.
So
yes.
no, so that's Plutaris' favorite memory right now, fighting that recruit. And as long as you're stuck in that memory with him, the fight will continue to repeat itself. So Plutaris is living the fight in his memory, whilst in real space now it's Wolf's turn. Wolf extends his claws and fangs. They are sharpened and glisten with silver. No relation to the religion.
Hey, yo,
I-
what's that wolf do?
Hey yo, what?
Hey, your dog bite. No, he don't.
Where'd you find the werewolf?
Oh, I found him in the attic.
We find a lot of things in the attic.
Holy shit.
I was
What?
talking
I meant
about the
antiques.
keeps.
When the pet wolf is ready to kill, and you're just there like, okay.
So, what would you like the wolf to do?
Tear that up.
Okay,
Go
I
ham,
just
bro.
needed to know. Wolf leaps into combat, seeing that Plataris is like dazed. He can't really make out what Plataris is holding because to Wolf, he looks like he's holding something, but it keeps fading in and out. He can't really see treasure box.
Kill him. Oh no, he's gonna kill him. Oh god. Oh no. No.
Wolf dashes towards Plataris, using beast fighting style. Gets an extra dice to his attack roll for martial arts. Gets another additional attack roll because he's using his claws. Gets another additional attack roll because he's using his teeth. He's rolling 5d12s.
Jesus.
And he still rolled an 11 in terms of
Wow.
damage.
Oh, in damage.
Yeah,
That's the point, man.
because as he like scratches Plataris' body, he recognizes that Plataris is standing still and doesn't even seem to have reacted. The claws scrape derelictly against his skin, and Wolf looks super fucking perplexed. Wolf in his head is going, I have armor piercing tag for my claws. And that felt like scratching diamond.
You done goofed.
He clenches his fist and prepares combo 2 of his attack. He's going to deal. He normally would have to roll to hit this, but he doesn't. So he would roll at a disadvantage to land a hit. Now, because he's an auto hit, he is just going to do the second part of that combo, allowing him
Come
to roll an additional 2 dice.
Crit.
So it's going to be it's going to be roll 7d12.
Damn.
This is just damage. Wolf bites firmly into Plataris' upper neck that's exposed. With that damage, two of Wolf's teeth break as he breaks away. Ah!
Oh.
No!
Wolf
Fuck
backs off a bit.
me!
Ah! And Wolf clenches his left fist into a ball and desperately rolls for his final part of the combo, a coup de grace. Instead of rolling more dice, instead of rolling for more damage dice, he is going to roll to attempt to just put Plataris into a prone and to a prone state. And prone. I'm sorry, I'm making sure I'm getting the right words down. Prone. Yeah, so okay, that means he's on the ground. So yeah, he's going to only roll 2d12s, 6. That's only the damage he's doing. Because he's already auto hit the last part of his combo. He chooses to put Plataris into a prone state. So Plataris falls to the ground. He doesn't even seem bothered as he's stuck in the pleasant memory. But Wolf looks very fucking concerned and looks back at Bunny, reconsidering his options, probably deciding he wants to flee with Bunny instead of keeping on this fight.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go.
You're holding him in place. If you let go, he gets back his control.
Oh God, help us.
So it's either you start, because now he, wait, hold on, how many decisions does he have? Because he lost 2.
Wolf?
No, Plataris.
I can't
Plataris has
reveal
lost
that.
2 decisions.
I can't reveal that.
He's lost 3 decisions.
He has lost 3 decisions, but I can't reveal how many he has.
Probably 4. I mean, you had a great spot to keep him technically unable to counter or attack at all. I say it if you can keep this up and try to headbang him within his own memory.
Yes, Bunny. You do have a better chance. Bunny has a specific better chance at fighting Plataris in his memory.
Shoot him.
You had to
Fuck.
Freddy Cougar his ass.
Wait, whoa. Hold on.
13 him. At 13.
How close is she?
Bunny is about 20 feet away.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like, can she Muda barrage him?
No.
Can she shoot him?
Yes.
Through the treasure box.
Yes. But she had to spend more AP to do that. But yes.
I'm running low. I'm running real low, alright?
You gotta
Bunny,
scream out to Wolf. You gotta scream out to Wolf to get you like something to heal up your AP.
Just
Hey,
shove
she's-
alcohol down my throat.
It works for me.
Fucking hell.
So, turn 2. I roll for initiative.
I don't like this.
Okay,
Hey,
so
man,
the
right
duo
now-
the duo rolled 19 together. Plataris goes first. Rolls an intelligence check at a disadvantage. Hold on. No, still fails. Yeah, so that disadvantage is still keeping him in there. Okay, Bunny. The group seems like, since you need to keep Plataris stuck, it's probably a better idea to go as Wolf, and to use Wolf to look for something to heal Bunny's AP.
So, have any items on him you can shake him down for while he's in that state?
Tims, get his Tims.
You want to
Please
rob
heal.
Plataris.
Yeah, rob his ass.
Okay, well, that's an option now, Bunny. You can have Wolf rob him. You can have Wolf look for something to heal your AP because it's draining, and you're at 10 and going down to 8 because you got to pay for upkeep.
I need that Sona heal. So find some healing. I need some healing.
I require
Help.
I
healing!
need healing.
Help me. Help.
You-
The ADC can't heal. Help me. Help.
Well, at this
Typical ADC.
in this, if it helps you, Bunny, to imagine the situation you're in, you have Warwick, you're Malzahar, and you're losing your mana, and you can keep your ult going, but you have to keep paying more and more mana.
Who's
I
Plutaris,
need-
Garrett?
I need help.
Plataris is if you played Earth, but then you put him into a real match. I don't care who you choose, whatever champion you wanted. It's whatever champion, but he has all Earth effects.
Fine, he's Annie.
Yeah, he could be.
No, he's
I don't
Yasuo.
care. Huh?
Annie,
Yeah,
stop
sure, he could be
fucking
Yasuo. Huh?
God damn it, Annie Mains. Look,
No,
I need some healing.
no, Bunny, you're missing the point. If Bunny is being Malzahar at this point and Wolf is Warwick, then Plataris is any champion in League of Legends you pick when you play Earth, all random minute, all rapid fire.
Oh fuck.
Do you
Ultra
know how that
rapid
game
fire
mode works? Where you get all your cooldowns immediately. You get a boosted amount of HP. You get a boosted amount of stats. That's Plataris. Pick Heimerdinger. Shut up, you.
I wish I
Suffer
So-
the donger.
So Wolf goes first, being elected by Bunny. He quickly dashes towards the kitchen, knowing that Lance had left previously behind in the fridge a specific stash of energy drinks.
Son of a bitch!
My iron brew.
Wolf opens the fridge and he reveals Tough Boy energy drink.
I can't.
No, it's canonical. It is.
Yeah.
Lance has an
It is.
extensive collection of energy drinks. No one in their right mind would drink this energy drink because it's more battery acid than anything else. But according to Lance, it's everything he needs to wake up in the morning. It's just funny because you've never seen Lance have an issue waking up in the morning. Like, you've never seen Lance with that morning fatigue.
Canonically, Lance just drinks so much of it to give him a heart attack, and
No,
the pain keeps him awake through the day.
Canonically, Lance doesn't even drink it. He just
I just
collects it.
collect it.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
it's not.
What do you mean
It's
the battery acid?
it's decoration only.
Oh, decoration. Oh.
That's what Wolf's about to find out as he takes it in Tall Boy and gives it to Bunny to drink. He cracks it. And he does have no. So he spent a movement, spent a decision. Then he had to spend another decision to dash. Yeah, and then his last decision, the third one, he then spent his last decision to like he spent his decision previously to dash towards Bunny. Then his last decision, the third one, he gives Bunny by pouring it into her mouth slowly, the Tall Boy energy drink. Lion, do you want to describe what it tastes like? Besides battery acid?
So, like, it's like a mixture of raspberry, some other citrus flavors you can't detect, and a whole lot of depression. You just don't know why. It's very depressing.
There's a
It was a
manly
shock
tear
to
that
the-
goes acid, so sour. There's a manly tear that goes down Bunny's like tear duct. And as you drink this tough boy, canonically its original power did the same effect. But because I don't need you to roll for this one, and you're drinking the whole thing, and Lance didn't drink the whole thing the last time. You drank more like half of it to try to conserve it. Wolf just gave you the whole can. So
Now, your AP should be restored.
Well,
you
Bunny's
joking?
AP is A, restored, but B, she has unlimited AP for 3 turns. And then
Oh, fuck, let's
crashes.
go. Oh, damn it.
Oh.
So again,
Oh,
back to the whole, it
no.
was canonical because Lance had had the same effects previously. It's just he rolled a 1d3 for the turn duration, how long he had that invincible AP. And yes, I believe it was invincible. And if not, well then.
It was extra decision that was on top of that. You're forgetting.
Oh, see, thank you for reminding me about the extra decision. So yeah, Bunny, you also have another decision now.
Not unloading
Yo.
every fucking bullet because you have free AP now. You're going to crash in 3 turns, and if you don't put enough damage to either make him run away like the pussy he is, you're both dead. End of
Boss rush?
discussion. Yes, boss rush. Just start shooting.
I guess I gotta do it. Just got to start just throwing them down. Just
Do it for the
I
beach
think we should.
episode.
So
Do it for the beach episode.
do it for the beach.
Loon said it. I was just repeating what Loon said.
Beach episode.
Loon is
Yeah,
like
he really likes following orders. It gets him in trouble sometimes.
Loon wants this beach episode because he has like non-aggressively threatened me about it.
No, he has aggressively threatened you about it. Don't tell me it's not aggressive. Look at
Alright.
Alistair and tell me that boy isn't aggressive.
I'll fight for the beach episode too. So let's go blazing. Let's do it.
Listen, Alex,
And you seem kind of like timid.
Hell's Wrath and bikini.
Oh god, no. That's an image I don't want to see.
He doesn't have a penis.
Oh my god.
yes, he does.
No, he
Canonically,
doesn't.
he does.
He
No, he like
fucks!
wrote,
How?
no, he
how is
talked
this gonna
to
work?
Darius in an alleyway and transformed, and it was right in his face. Darius even asked him to change back, and Hell's Wrath said no.
Okay, so
Am I the only one who remembers that?
No, I remember it.
I don't.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, I have to remember a lot of the things that happen here. Darius's interactions
So, yeah.
were great.
It's like the end of Dante's Inferno, all right?
Oh God.
Yeah, we literally made mention of that. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, unlimited AP, extra decision.
Okay.
You
Don't
got
die.
this. What?
Okay.
Like, what? Well, she had like what 3 decisions prior before this happened, so now she has 4.
No, 2. Now 3.
Oh, okay.
No worries. She had more movement. That's what Bunny has.
Oh, yeah, more movement. Can she still move on this state, or she's permanently stuck
I
still?
have to stay here. I have to stand there.
You know, you can move yourself technically, but you're moving yourself through Plutaris' memory and then reappearing in real space. So it's like
Oh.
you're moving back and forth between treasure box. You'll need to spend 2 AP to do it. You can even do that as a reaction to dodge somebody.
Technically, she has unlimited AP right now, so
Okay.
you don't have to worry about the upkeep until 320.
So
Oh,
I'm
fuck me.
just reading over the effect.
I really would like to shoot. I'll move my body later, at the very last bit. I'll move.
Yeah,
At
like
that
move
last
Oh, I forgot to ask you. Which of the following debuffs did you want to give? Because while you are using your type 1 effect and having someone locked down, you can reduce their defensive stat. You can cause
do that.
disadvantages on their attacks, or you specifically can deal double damage to the target, and only you benefit from it.
Okay, guys, group decision. Should she
Hey,
lower his
defense.
defense stat or double damage?
I see difference, so both of them can harm Plutaris.
So either later or how is what you're asking.
Essentially. I was just gonna make it a Pokemon reference to you, piece of shit. I was gonna wait for Bunny to pick, and then I was gonna say, Bunny uses Leer. It's super effective. You son of a
See what
bitch.
happens when you sleep on the job.
Wait, it was double Roos's defense doing double damage. Then I think it's more like using Screech.
Thank you, Screech. But yeah,
Look, okay.
Bunny, what okay.
I because we're all
Wait,
trying to give all
hello?
the.
We're here.
We're still here.
Yeah.
What should I do, guys?
We're working on it. So
I say defense. This is
so defense down, so Wolf can also help onto this as well.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, the best option is defense down.
Okay. Defense down.
Okay, so he would have had his defense reduced earlier, but it's now reduced, so it's retroactively. But I did not write this part. Wait, hold on. There's benefits from attacking using someone as a shield via their memories. Ah, that's what I use. That's what. So the issue with treasure box is you can't really interact with who you have trapped in your box. You can use them like a vessel to fight through them. So if you were to say be fighting, like let's just say for this example, you took over Plutaris. You can target Wolf through Plutaris because you can use Plutaris' memories to attack from treasure box. You can't attack specifically. Well, actually, you shot Lance when he was using it.
Yeah, I was about to bring
Yeah.
up that. I'm gonna bring that shit up. Jeez, don't look at me.
Because I was reading it here, but I don't see a spot where it says that they can attack the target. They use the target though. So I had to change that.
I don't know what.
I had to rewrite that, change it. I had to rechange that. I had to change that up. Anyway, I'll put part of your AP 1. You spend 1 AP, you can attack Plutaris in his memory. The only risk is while you attack him in his memory, you have the risk of dropping the effect because every time you hit him, he'll get more and more advantages in getting out of your effect. So the first time you hit him, he loses the disadvantage on that intelligence check. Then he gets an advantage for the next hit. And then the final hit, the third one, he'll break out of it.
So can she increase the potency once again? Like let's say she takes a shot, increases the potency.
She
Does
would
that
have to
work that way?
she would have to reapply it by spending 2 more AP.
Yeah.
So 2 hits and then reapplying the debuff and hoping that he doesn't pass the intelligence check.
Christ. I'm just
Yeah, that's like the best option you got going on for yourself last. 2 hits and then reapply the debuff.
okay. Let's I'll go with that. I'm trusting y'all here, okay? I'm trusting y'all.
Hey, This is a very stressful moment.
I don't
Whoa,
trust me.
Fuck.
Bunny, you pull out your revolver. It's been your girl, the daring. No, it's not the Derringer. This is a full-fledged revolver. A very nice.
145.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Bunny, what would be your Magnum revolver? Like, what's your revolver caliber?
My revolver caliber?
Yeah.
I actually never thought of it. I only just remember the brand. I'm like, yeah, it's a Weston Smith and pistol revolver,
Well, I'm sorry.
1885.
1985. Well, Evie, do you know anything about that?
1855, did you say?
Yeah, 1855.
The Model 3?
Yeah.
It'd be 44.
Okay, so a 44. Not bad. How many? It's a cylinder, right?
Wait, you have choices, buddy.
Okay. Yes.
44 or well, no. That's all you get. No, never mind. 44 or 38.
Could I get a 40? Could I get a 44?
Yes, it's also 6 rounds.
Okay, 6
Okay,
rounds.
thank God.
Okay. It's a revolver, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
spinny.
Yeah, it's
beautiful. Okay. So, you pull out your special little revolver and you twist it in your right hand. You spend the necessary AP because you have Tell Boy's effect currently. You spend 1 AP and 1 decision to attack Plataris in his favorite memory. For Plataris, he's mid-fight with this Hyde dude, and he's punching and wailing at him. You learn, Bunny, that the conclusion of this fight is that Plataris wins, and that's why it's his favorite fight, because the dude really wasn't a match for Plataris, and this guy isn't going to be part of the Sentinels because he lost to Plataris, and he's going to rub it in his face. So, Plataris is fighting to get to that moment of the memory, and he's not aware that he won't reach it until either he breaks out of the trap or you deal enough damage to him that he breaks out of it, depending on what happens here. So, while you attack him, you still have to roll for accuracy at him. You roll with your revolver, not d20s, but 4 d10s, and you're going to add your dexterity score, which is a 12. So 4d12. Oh, never mind, you crit.
Nice.
Yep.
Thank God. Thank
So
God.
your revolver deals 40 damage, flat as crit damage.
Double.
No, his
Yeah.
defense is reduced. However, the Plataris you're targeting is not Plataris. It's technically, if you want to get really specific, Bunny is basically controlling Plataris' super ego. Bunny's anima has the power to trap people in their super ego. So she's essentially attacking his super ego. Ergo, he doesn't have the defenses that he normally would if it was his physical form. So that's
So
sort of
this
like
is just-
40 mental damage.
Nice.
Why, that's bad. Hold on. He just snapped out of it because he just took 40 ego damage?
Hey, yo.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I mean-
Hold up.
There's a
No.
whole ass mechanic
Wait a
for what happens with mentality as you continue to lose it.
Help me.
Mind fuck.
No.
Mind
Hey, guys,
fuck. Mind
hold on.
fuck.
Guys, real quick.
Nah, I gotta run through.
Real quick, guys, real quick.
Oh, sorry, what was that,
Bunny?
Kalis?
Oh, talking to a coworker.
Oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
guys.
Sorry.
Bunny, go straight into his memory of him being a kid and dome that kid memory too. No,
Double tap it.
Wait,
Trap
what
that
you
little
want me to
boy.
do? What you want me to do?
Yeah, treat him like a Padawan. All right, kill him first.
There-
Oh,
Seriously.
okay.
seriously, what's
Are you
going
sure
on,
you
Dungeon?
can help us, Master Anakin?
So,
Grandmaster Bunny, what should we do?
I had to introduce one of the other mechanics I haven't really got a chance to, more than just sanity. I've only introduced it really with Lance, and Lance did his best to not go anything low. So, sanity is one half of your spectrum when it comes to your mental facilities. The other half, one of the other halves that I try to concentrate on in this roleplay is, again, I brought it up as 4 egos and the ids of who you are, and that's your mentality, and that's your insanity. And so, with this mental state, oh, insanity is in a spectrum. I will punch you. Essentially, that was what I was trying to conclude towards. Yes, your mentality helps you between your insanity and sane, but your sanity is how well you adjust yourself and try to handle the things that you don't know, and your mentality in this roleplay is your mental state. If you don't have your facilities with you in terms of your mental state, like insight, which is like Bloodborne, where you had more insight, you could see better of the world. Everyone in the roleplay naturally just has 100, even Plataris. There is no adjustment to that stat because again, it's a mental space.
Innate.
There wasn't any buffs to the mental portions of Plataris. So
Oh.
Plataris has 100 mentality and just lost 40 mental points. There are certain thresholds you can pass. Whereas you continue to lower someone's mental state, they can lose to either certain motor functions, gain certain debuffs like Wild Frenzy, or swing into a radical mood swing and get into a severe depression. There are a lot of different things that can happen. And what eventually will happen is once you pass the first threshold, I have to roll a D100 and decide on the effect on the scale that I created. Anything that's severe, similar to that of Kingdom Death Monster. Sorry, similar to Kingdom Death Monster, when you experience the second threshold, which is past below 20 mental state, then you suffer another mental D100 roll with another modified table that I've created. All these tables are sort of similar to disorders from Kingdom Death Monster. So you can imagine where I'm kind of drawing the lines here. You see?
Please tell me you didn't put immortality in that deck.
So anyway,
Yes.
God.
So anyway, Bunny, you haven't passed the mental threshold to deal that much damage yet. But right now, Plataris will not have a disadvantage when he rolls to break out of your next attempt.
I'm scared. I'm really scared. I don't like this. These options are scary.
I know. I'm sorry. It's a tough fight.
It's a hard knock life for us.
So, like, just shoot again.
I guess I'll do one more shot.
30. That's a crit.
I got a question. Wouldn't this also harm Plataris' AP in some way or form?
I'm sorry?
Can we also reduce Plataris' AP to 0 as well, doing this mental damage?
You're assuming he's an anima user.
That's correct.
I got a question.
Yes.
You just got down to.
Did he just drop? Yeah, did he just drop down to 30 and sanity?
20. Correct.
No. Oh.
Yes, he's suffering a severe mental trauma. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh boy.
Any mental effects after a severe trauma are snapped. So, Bunny, you automatically lose connection to Plataris.
Oh fucking god! Oh fuck!
You basically so what happened first, right? Was as he's fighting this Mr. Hyde person, Bunny, you, with the lack of originality, basically just walk up behind him as he's fighting, wait for him to come up to the back of your gun. As the back of his head finally touches your gun, you just pull the trigger and blow his brains out. Then we have the equivalent of like the Flash moment where not Flash, Thrawn moment in the Flashpoint movie where Batman shot the evil speedster Flash version.
Flash.
Yeah, Reverse Flash. And so you see that sort of moment for Plataris, where the bullet comes out of Plataris' eye, but then it rewinds as it's just a memory. And then we're brought back to Plataris' worst memory, where he was a kid. And then you open up the testing room because you have full control of the memory. You simply walk up to the kid and you dome him too. No questions, no answers. You don't care. You just dome the fucking child. The child has been domed.
Dude, she's like Freddy Krueger, but
I
with
have
a
a-
revolver.
I have a
and
weird question.
heels.
This is gonna be a weird question, right?
I'm listening.
Can we use a reaction on an attack that we made to attack again?
No, that is not how it
Damn.
works.
Yeah, it's a reactionary kind of thing.
Hey, at least I asked
I
because
appreciate
we could have dropped him even more.
I mean, like, what can do as a reaction, seeing that he broke out of the stance, is to reapply.
Oh yeah,
treasure
would that
box.
work?
Huh?
He
As a
broke out
reaction
of
to it
treasure box.
snapping, as a reaction to it breaking, can she do it again as a reaction?
No, he has an immunity at the current moment.
Oh shit!
Fair enough.
Darkest dungeon
Brownie
rules.
face.
Darkest dungeon rule. Once breaking out of effect, you get an immunity for at least a turn.
So it can do it again. Hey, it's all right. You just have to objective survive. It worked in Reach. Nothing bad happened in Reach, remember?
Oh god. Oh. I hate how you
don't
said
know. You might
that.
just give him a new phobia.
Hold on, Bunny. Did you understand that reference for Reach?
Say it again, please.
Objective survive. It like kind of like Halo Reach. Nothing bad happened in that mission in Reach.
I hate this.
So do you know the mission in Reach?
Y'all, I hate this so fucking much.
Okay.
There's still hope.
There is still plenty of hope. So first, we roll for the first mental instability that he takes. Let's see.
Death.
There's not a specific high or low number. This is a chart I've made, so they're predetermined numbers.
He has a stroke.
No. For the first mental wound that he took, let's just make it canonical that each bullet to his dome that Bunny had given him basically walked him through both of the traumas that he's about to experience. So, with the first dome to the head, Bunny, on this first chart for wounds, you gave him what's it called? An upset stomach. The entity.
Stomach.
Hold on. The target can no longer control their bowels, gaining a disadvantage in movement, and having to make a special 1d10. If they roll anything of a 2 or what's it called, a 3 or less, they involuntarily release some portion of their bowels.
Oh god.
Either their bowels, either they're or like vomiting. They cannot control their intestinals. They've lost control of that portion of their body. That's how mentality works. It's not insanity. It's mentality.
Platar's out here about ready. Yo, I'm about ready to fecal vomit.
The scene would first be like he would first snap out of the moment and this profusely vomit of green stream of just what smells like basically alcohol, a lot of alcohol because he's a drinker too. Wolf backs up. Jeez, Bunny, I'm going to hate myself, but I have to lick it later.
I hate this so much.
I have to lick that later, Bunny.
Ew!
Oh my
No.
Why is he just gonna bone that carpet?
It's a Family Guy joke. Sorry, you've never seen.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I know what you.
Okay, it's just a reference. I'm not actually saying Wolf would do it.
If I was screaming, I would do it on Wolf. Is the amount
Roll 1d100.
with the Peter noise. It's just
This
That's
was
me.
the modified table for severe injury, so this one we want higher. Well, he does gain a phobia, and Bunny gets to decide what sort of phobia. It cannot, because it's an 8, it's a minor phobia, so it can't be something extreme like fear of heights. It has to be something.
Homophobia.
No.
That
No.
was so...
It has to be something smaller. Like he can have a fear of a color. He can have a fear of like unreasonable fear of like the sound of paper crinkling. It has to be something
How
absurd.
about fear of fire?
No, that's a
How
bigger
about
phobia.
fear of poverty?
Oh my god.
Fear of poverty.
He already
He's got
has
to
that.
escape West Bay.
Oh, common sense.
Okay. What about a fear of mutilation? Mutilation.
Too big of a phobia.
Can
It's too.
mutilation be it, or like animals? Something. I'm trying to save my life here right now.
No, I get that.
Fear of fuzzy objects.
Fear of mammals.
Fear of bunnies.
No, too specific.
I thought she meant as in like rabbits in general.
Give him claustrophobia.
Here. I think this would work as an idea.
Okay.
Fear of an incomplete family photo.
Santa
there was-
Claus.
There was one in Lance's.
Not even in Lance's room. It literally hangs in the living room.
You're just like fucking Bunny takes the photo. Like, look at it.
Give him the fear of Santa Claus.
No, I think phobia of incomplete family photos.
Let's
Because
do the
it's so
incomplete. Let's do the incomplete family photo since that's the only thing in this fucking house.
No, they're couches and so you've gotten furniture for the place, like a couch, a small recliner, and Wolf has definitely been working with timber and wood and tools, so there'd be some stuff lying around.
Give him OCD. Force him to clean.
Nope, too big of a disorder.
Damn.
Damn, you're gonna have to make me go through Wikipedia and be like disorders.
I liked mine
We'll
of
put a wig on Lance.
homophobia, but like actual like legitimate phobia, not like being an asshole to gay people, but like legitimately afraid of gay people.
Oh wait. Okay, so you said a mild phobia. You said a mild phobia, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've been given books, right?
You have books, correct?
Okay. Trypophobia, the fear of holes. What about me reading books about bees and honeys?
That's a
What about a fear of books?
yeah.
Honeycomb.
The fear of reading a book works perfectly. Yes.
Please, thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
So Plataris now has an indescribable fear of Bunny specifically reading any sort of book.
You could have given him androphobia, although that would have been too big. So every time he looked in the mirror, he'd just be absolutely afraid of himself.
That's too big.
Yeah.
Do you know what androphobia is?
Not exactly.
Fear of men, right?
Yeah, fear of men.
So Plataris spends his first turn. Well, he would have to spend his first turn vomiting, and then the next decision doing something else. But first, we're gonna roll for the turn 3 initiative.
Excuse me. Sorry.
The pair rolled 28. That's the fastest roll the two have gone.
Nice.
So Plataris' mental state is shattered at this point. Any lower would cause a devastating mental collapse. And Plataris is currently like holding his stomach, going, "What the fuck happened to me?" Rolls a 1d10 to see if he shits himself. Nope. Thankfully, his bowels are holding in place as he feels his sphincters tighten up. No, I think it's time for me to either get going. What the fuck happened?
This shit
Plataris
is
must make
raining.
a poop Taurus.
Oh my god.
So, Plataris spent that first turn. Venstralophobia. Venstralophobia.
Fear of beautiful women.
Oh, well, terrified of Bunny then.
Stairs. Links.
So, Plataris spent one decision vomiting, and he doesn't have any other things distracting him. But at this point, I'm gonna have him roll for an intelligence check. He's mentally assessing the situation, and he decides that he's flying out the building, and flies out of Lance's house.
Well, he's moving half movement anyway.
He walks half movement. He flies full.
Wait, I have a question. Did Wolf do anything last turn, or was it spent on biting him? Was that what
No,
happened?
no, that was the first turn. The second turn was spent giving Bunny the tall boy.
Okay.
Also put Patal's on prone for the force torn.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can fly from prone.
All right. I got a question.
Okay? Not you.
Dungeon, I got a question.
I'm listening.
It's been one turn, right?
3 turns
No.
so far.
No.
He's going to actually
Um,
put back into
yeah.
the box.
No, has not been long enough.
Damn.
Yeah, this
Well, I
is still a
tried.
turn. Yeah, I get you, but Plataris flies 120 feet out of Lance's
Bitch.
building.
Oh God, please don't, no.
Pussy.
No. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Leave, bro, please. Get the fuck out of here.
What we just found out today, of anyone in the group, Bunny is the most terrifying person of us all. She can directly attack our braves.
Yeah.
I'm just so scared. I'm more scared of you than you are of me, okay?
Plataris spends
Damn.
one decision to laser beam the top of Lance's roof.
And laser beam these nuts.
Plataris spends another decision to continue blowing holes into the roof of Lance's building, trying to collapse it on Wolf and Bunny.
Hey, yo, fuck Lance's house. Damn, you need a better house.
We've been living here,
Yes.
Bunny. We have been living here for over a month. This is our house now, and he's trying to destroy it.
Man,
Fucking-
squatters' rights.
Well, I mean, there's only one thing that I can do. There's one thing. There's one thing I can do, and it's the most rapid thing possible.
But Wolf looks at Bunny. What are you suggesting?
I dig a tunnel. I dig a hole, and we go under. That's the best for getting it. I can dig a little hole. I'm a
Bunny,
rabbit. I have claws.
Yeah, Bunny, you're fully aware that the disorders that mental disorders that are bothering Plataris. Wolf isn't aware, but Wolf looks at you like you're crazy. Like, a hole isn't big enough to put both of us in to keep us both safe.
Hold on. Real quick, Bunny. If you can get outside the building, try to taunt him back into your range, and put him back in the box. You can kill Plataris by breaking his mind. This is your opportunity to show to us that you can fucking take out a top tier boss.
Are you suggesting she removed evil Superman's mental restraints?
Yes.
I'm talking about removing the ability of him to even think.
Are y'all just basically
Yeah, so he
making
just
me
acts on
a
primal
Zod?
instinct?
Am I Zod now? Did y'all
Yes.
make me Zod?
Yes.
Oh
Make
fuck.
him
Well,
kneel
no,
before
the
you.
issue is, Bunny, you didn't realize how strong I made your anima. Is what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Kneel before me.
First decision, the first thing you should guys do is get the fuck out of that part of the house. He's on fucking fire, and then I don't know, begin throwing charisma checks at him to convince him to keep fighting both of you. Because if he doesn't defeat both of you, you're both going to reveal his deepest secrets to the entirety of the spiral net.
Which is probably why he didn't leave right away, and he's still trying to destroy Lance's house with them in it.
Hey, Plataris, I fucked your dad.
Like, oh my god.
I don't have a father. That's right, because you're a test tube bitch baby. Yeah, I saw the movies.
All I do is I
Yeah,
just keep
hello,
laughing.
Travail Police Department. I'd like to report a murder.
Bunny, you can move fast enough to get out of the house with 2 movements that you have, and Wolf can keep up pretty well.
Okay, I'm getting the fuck out of that.
Before you
house.
leave,
Wait,
you can
okay,
also
yes.
take the book with you. You know he is scared of you specifically reading a book.
Okay, yes, I'm taking the book and I'm leaving. Those
Bunny
are
spends a
are those-
decision. Yeah, Bunny spends a decision to pick up specifically a book, and then it uses both of her movements to get outside. You can see Plataris is flying about 60 feet in the air because that's about as much feet I can get him as high away from like the fight, and he is basically just laser beaming the rooftop. That was a lot of hard work that Wolf put into it because he had spent basically 2 weeks getting the shingles just right. And Wolf howls, "Damn you! It took me weeks to get that right!" And forever Go ahead.
Yeah, it took me. And look at this. It took me seconds to destroy. Crazy concept, don't you think?
And next, I'm destroying your lawn. Wolf gasped out loud. But then due to the irregular laser patterns done by your eyes, Plataris laughs. Yes, the lawn will never grow exactly the same again at the same height. You
Are you kidding me?
I have something for Plataris.
What's that?
A job application.
Yes. But yeah, no, Bunny, you see him laser beaming the roof. You still have,
Okay.
you would still have your two decisions because you have one of your normal and then the other one from the tough boy.
Pardon me, buddy.
Open the book and start reading it. I want to.
I feel like
It
this
was
is
the
like
best of times. It was the worst of times.
No, it's
I
the
feel
best
like
of times. It's the bluff.
Exorcist. Why do I
The
feel like this is
worst
the
of times.
Exorcist?
Guys, let Bunny speak.
Okay.
Sorry.
I feel like this is the Exorcist, and I'm reading a book to get like a demon out of a soul. I hate this so fucking much. All right.
It was either that or the family photo. Come on, I gave options.
Oh fuck me. Okay.
Later.
Oh god.
Wait a minute.
Hello.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Uh,
Do-do. So
Okay.
you spend a decision to read the book, a book. You realize that the book you've taken is how to assemble your bookcase furniture. It seems to be how to do it for dummies guide. And when you open the book, you can specifically see that it was initialed with Lance's name, LM, Lance McKinley. But there's no evidence that Lance has even touched the book. It looks rather new.
See, I took the book from the library, but never what's on it.
That could be what's up. But yes,
You didn't
Bunny,
return the book?
you have a instruction manual, basically. It's about, I would say, 60 pages in different languages and how to assemble your very own bookshelf, bookcase.
Hang on. I need to look this up right now.
Thank you, IKEA.
It has turned out fortunate for me today that destiny
more
has
like-
appointed Owl in the end to be my birthplace.
Maybe.
Stop talking, you. But Bunny,
read the
you
Communist
basically have a
Manifesto.
Bunny, you have a carpenter's guide of how to build a bookcase, not an instruction manual how to put one together. This is telling you how to cut the wood, assemble it, and then put it together with,
Please. What the fuck is a ball? Boys in French. Because that's exactly what I was going for. Boys in French is wood.
I'm Hey yo, y'all, I'm crying.
So, Plataris, seeing that Bunny is reading the step-by-step guide, first choosing the right wood, it seems to be very important. Plataris has to roll a intelligence check versus your initiative, which he fails because you have a 28 and he rolled a 3. So Plataris, in his next turn, is going to lose another decision because now he's terrified and sees Bunny reading and is like, oh, illiterate woman!
I was gonna say like
Every Republican's nightmare.
I was gonna say like to Plataris. What the fuck are you doing? You're reading oh, what the hell is this feeling? Because like you just find out you have a new phobia.
Oh yeah, like what's happening to me? Why am I so nervous?
Am I sweating? I should be sweating.
Bunny just starts reading. A specter is haunting Europe. The specter of communism. All the powers of old Europe has centered into a holy alliance that exercises.
Knees weak, palms heavy. He's already vomited. Mom spaghetti. Get rid of him.
Okay, Bunny, you have one more decision. You're reading a book. I can't say you can still attack, I suppose, but you'd be shooting him with your gun, and that's shooting his body. You can't use your anima powers.
Not as of right now.
Yeah, not against him. You
The
could
fuck do I do?
you could use your your AP1 to hit Wolf to give him ally benefits. The following benefits are they gain an increased defense stat. They gain advantages to all attack rolls, including anima powers, or they heal using ability damage at half value.
But he's not hot. What's his defense dice?
He has a 12 so far, and he can exceed to 16.
Not to 20.
No.
Oh God, I don't know. I don't know. I'm honestly like really scared. I'm over here like I want this man to just leave the fucking house. I'm tired.
You can kill this man. You can kill this man. I'm just.
You're saying I can kill this man, but I'm
Oh
over here
no,
like
I'm still locked in.
Yeah, by blowing out his mentality, just make him go insane, essentially.
Okay.
So you can give a buff to Wolf, or you can just end your turn if you don't think there's anything else you can do, because essentially reading a book is what you're doing, but attacking him physically isn't going to be worth it.
Can she keep reading the book?
I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
Well, can I keep reading the book? Yes, that is a good question. Can I keep reading the book?
Sure, I can have you spend another decision, and you'd actually be making literal work on reading the book in front of this guy. As the second chapter from the first, you had to read this thing 4 times to finish the book, but now you're in the middle of the book. From after choosing wood,
Oh God,
now
it's
it's explaining to
25.
how to cut the wood to get the right pieces assembled for the bookshelf. You're actually learning how to make a bookshelf, Bunny.
God help us.
Wolf watches as he's like, Bunny, do you believe that's a smart... He looks up at Blatar screaming about woman reading, looking back at you. What is wrong with him?
Women shouldn't read. Women.
Unless it's a cookbook.
Ah.
I'm gonna only because only because Wolf broke teeth. I'm just concerned. I'm concerned.
No, he's not. He's not hot. He's not hot at all.
I know, but I'm concerned. Okay. I'm gonna continue reading the book. I'm scared.
You already spent your decisions. It's Wolf's turn now. You have to choose.
Oh, Wolf, please help us. Love of God, Wolf, help us.
Wolf is outside, so he spent his decision, his movement, and then he spent another decision to dash to keep up with Bunny. So he has 2 decisions left.
This is when you start revealing to us that he has this ability to fucking start doing like sonic attacks or
he can leap 60 feet up in the air.
The issue with Wolf and like some of the other animas that have been created by Novus's hand is you're gonna start to realize that there's a lot of it needs to be hurt before it can be used effects.
Of course, because Novus is a fucking sicko.
A Sado scientist, masochistic scientist. Yep, that's what we're going at
He's
here.
a red-black player.
Yeah, thank you, Kate. Everyone, give him a round of applause. Here, 1,000. No.
I don't like what you said, Kalis.
Magic the
You
Gathering.
hate me because I speak the truth.
As a blue-black player, I resent that. Not all blue-black players are sadomasochists.
I'm going to kick you out of this call.
What?
Oh, I think about Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, it's Magic the Gathering, and blue and black is disgusting. On the other side of the on the wall, please.
No.
So, back to the situation at hand with Wolf. He has special effects like again transforming into a larger version of himself, but he can't until he gets wounded. Specifically, like I'd say 40% of his HP. So no, he's locked out of all of his other abilities other than attacking. When he attacks, as I said, he has armor piercing. When he lands damage, he has a bleeding effect, where he deals half of the effect of damage he deals in terms of bleeding, which can be stacked. And you saw how badly bleed is, Danny.
Yeah, it actually almost killed me.
Yep.
I have a question.
Yep.
Since we start to have stomach issues, if he fucks up the next turn, would it force him to actually lower down to the ground?
Yes, I would have to make a check for Plataris to maintain flight. Correct.
Okay.
Arguably, it's at a disadvantage now because Bunny is reading a book.
Okay.
That Bunny do be learning though.
I
Take
I
that
mean,
motherfucker to
James fucking
Sesame
around.
Street.
be reading. All right, I be reading.
That Bunny be getting an education.
All
I just want
right.
to imagine other people, like other people just watching outside the window, seeing Plataris screaming.
It's established that there's only one other building near you, which has been desolate since you just threw the dude out of it.
You ain't never had neighbors? What the
No.
fuck's going on?
This part of no one lives at this part of the fucking West Bay because that's living close to the McKingleys. You don't live near the McKingleys.
Don't live near the McKingleys.
Yeah, like the McKingleys have like their gang affiliations. You don't live near the McKingleys. You don't ask what goes on in the McKingleys. You don't report what goes on in the McKingleys. Anyway, there's no one really outside to just answer the point.
I hate this so much. I'm just over here like crying. I'm like reads book, sobbing.
So Wolf, there is one particular item that's outside that Danny doesn't want me to mention, but I still know it exists. It's in Lance's. It's parked.
In the driveway, yes, the door knocker. Wolf can pick up the door knocker and chuck it at Plataris.
I mean, yes, actually, Wolf is strong enough to pick up the door knocker, and yes, he could throw the door knocker.
Or run Plataris over it when he comes down to the ground.
He's not assured that Plataris is going to come to the ground.
Does it have bullets?
No, it was stripped of bullets and Lance never got a chance to reload it.
So, interesting little fact about what Wolf's been up to. He's fixed the turret.
Hey yo.
Yeah,
Huh.
so he's fixed the turret. It can shoot now. He doesn't have
Nice.
all the ammo, though. Again,
But it's kind of, I don't want to say it's pointless for him to get on that turret and start shooting. But it kind of is because of what Plataris. Because like we just established, he's got armor piercing. Armor piercing didn't work on Plataris for some reason. But throwing a car at him with what's going on with him with a disadvantage could knock him out of the sky and leave him more susceptible to whatever bullshit they would have to do him.
I wonder, if we get him in the box again, can Wolf
Yeah.
like shake Plataris down to see if he has any items on them, like any
you
relics?
fucking thief! You fucking thief! You gremlin thief!
Oh my god.
And you wonder why I want to
for
kill
the
him.
situation, if it helps, strip that man naked if you have to.
You know, this I had to assume that when we ever decide to play D&D 5th edition, that you're gonna want to play a rogue. Just the number of times can we loot him? Like, okay, well, yes, but
That's
should
really
you?
oddly specific.
But
That's very
should
oddly
you?
specific, Loon.
Oh my god. Help
So-
us.
But
Help
like,
me.
If Loot Goblin bad, then why does it feel so? I will push you down a flight of staircases the game night.
What did I do? Hold on.
You know what? You just breathed. I throw you down the stairs. Don't laugh, Danny. I throw you down the stairs. And then I throw myself down.
so the people
Now
that
you
you
see
do
it.
the people's elbow.
Looks like I'm in charge now.
Yep.
It's shattered glass up in this bitch. Kalis knows what I'm talking about.
Fuck it up. Fuck it
Oh,
up.
see?
Fuck it up.
So, Bunny, back to us with Wolf. You could have him throw this APC van at Plataris. You could have him wait for Plataris to get down closer where he can jump up into the air. Wolf could jump up 50 feet into the air.
All right, Warwick, settle down.
Yeah, you know, he could.
He's not bleeding,
Top
so
send for
he
blood.
doesn't have.
Top send for blood.
Yep. No, the problem is, Kalis, he's not bleeding, so he can't get the park off.
Oh, is he at half health? Is he at half health?
No, he's not.
Me and Warwick
automatically knows. He's the main Warwick.
some top laner.
Oh man, Warwick is such a great champ, dude. His skins are great. Have you seen Project Warwick? You'll love it.
Yes.
Great skin. So, how do you like to handle this, Bunny? Wolf is basically watching Plataris from 60 feet up. Bunny began reading this book and attempts to fear Plataris, which looks like it's working. Wolf could try to scale the build to the rooftop and jump at him.
What do I fucking have? Holy water and say that I rebuke thee in the name of IKEA?
It's working.
Yo, but it's fucking working.
Yo, hear me out. It's working.
It is.
Then I'm gonna keep reading. I'm just gonna fucking keep reading.
What do you want Wolf to do?
Oh man, I hate this shit so much. I hate this shit.
Hold on. If Wolf can get him down to the ground and prone again, would that make it easier for Bunny to once again pop, treasure box into Plataris once more with greater ease?
He already has a disadvantage, dude. Like he's already at mentally he's already at a severe injury.
Yeah, and
he's not handling his mental state well. So she'd have
break it even more.
She'd have a very good time breaking into his mind. The idea here is either you keep Wolf close to Bunny to keep her safe, or you have Wolf try to bring Plataris down to pin him so he doesn't try to run. Because if Plataris runs, because he can, and you saw him fly, you can't. You have to keep within certain distance of your anima power to use your powers. If he gets away, he's gone for good.
Okay, let him go. Let him go. I don't want to deal with him. Go.
Bunny, you were literally this close to killing him. Well,
nope,
not killing him.
It's Bunny's choice.
Breaking.
Okay. Am I close to killing him? Let's all agree. Am I close to killing him?
You can break his mind. You can make him like a vegetable.
No, that wouldn't say that, but there'd be a very bad thing that could happen to him. Yes.
Yeah,
not already considering these two issues that he's currently experiencing.
Yeah, you pretty much just keep stacking him with phobias and mental traumas to the point where he can be a barely functioning member of society, or even a hero at all.
I think he's too prideful to even escape anyway.
Yeah, no, not about being prideful at this point. He's fucking terrified. There's a woman learning.
There's a woman learning.
She's aggressively learning. Look at that Bunny.
Look, also, he insulted you and Wolf. You gonna let him fly away like that?
I just want some peace on my Monday. I just had a Monday. I just want some goddamn peace. I haven't had some morning cereal. I want him to go away so much.
Okay. That's perfectly fine. Wolf would keep close to Bunny. And at the top of turn 4, Plataris being stacked with... Hold on. Rolling a 1d10. Oh, no, he shit himself.
Nice.
He shit himself.
Hey, yo, what?
Yeah.
He shit himself. His sphincters don't hold, and Plataris is like, something is really wrong with my stomach.
Did he really just...
Yes, he really just defecated himself.
Oh my...
Stop laughing at me, you two! Stop laughing at me! And he flies off. Unable to mentally handle the stomach pains and...
Hold on. Doesn't that fuck up his flying?
Yes, but he's flying high enough away from everyone.
I kind of feel bad for him.
I don't feel bad of him all. You could have taken him out.
Shut up, Danny. We're past that point, Danny.
Yeah, I know it's bad.
Wolf looks over at Bunny. Did you have something to do with that? He doesn't know what you did. What did you do?
Okay. His body did that on his own. I can't really decide what his body does. All right? Sometimes people have bad stomach ache. I was reading a book. That's all I did.
You seemed oddly terrified of you reading the book. Aren't you an anima user?
I was just reading the book. I'm just minding my business.
You're not gonna explain to him what you did.
I did see Plataris hold some sort of box, but I couldn't make it out. He was looking into it.
Thank you.
Maybe I used it a tiny bit, just a tiny bit, just a tiny bit.
You
I just
used
trying to
your
have a good
anima?
Monday.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. We had you use that AP restoration, but we have to be careful how much you use your power. Your physical form isn't holding up without going back to Nelcro. The more you use your anima powers and stress it, the less your physical form is going to hold up together. We have to get a very powerful drug from the Novus Labs.
No.
Be safe out there, man.
No.
Mentioning this to Bunny, you can feel like the slight numbness on your right arm. You can't tell if that's because of the energy drink you just had or the revelation that Wolf has given you about basically every few months you'll need this sort of drug to keep Bunny going because Bunny isn't a human now anymore, and to keep your physicality going, it's a mixture of AP and what Novus created in order to keep the binding together.
So
this
now
also
the
applies to
energizer
Wolf, and this also applies to those that are those mechanical threats that have been running around. So one way or another, one way or another, they could they could auto-solve themselves. Maybe. I smile. Maybe.
Just maybe.
But yes, Bunny, what you were saying?
Now I gotta still fucking drugs. Now I gotta still drugs.
We have about 2 months before your conditions decay to the point where you cannot move. But yes, we have time.
Well, I guess we're stealing drugs.
Drugs.
Gotta back to more hellholes.
So we will have to take Porto Nova with us. But the problem is, if we leave this district, he will be accessing to the spiral net. We need to be able to hold Porto Novus in the device while we get to Nelcro. He was willing to come with us to West Bay because he did not know he would be out of range. I doubt he'd be willing to stay with us if we don't restrain it. We can try to talk and appease to the AI ego. I wonder if your powers could also work at that device.
I mean, I've never really tried it on a device. So
if the AI said it the way it taunted us before, then it is a perfect memory of Dusty Novus. Meaning, you could theoretically tap into its memory, because it has some.
Oh, God. It just never ends. I just wanted to have a good Monday.
No, we don't have to do this now, Bunny. We could just go back inside. As, Bunny, you feel your knees start getting weak from the sudden crash of experiencing no AP. You just go out like a candle.
Damn. Couldn't even have a good fucking Monday. Just dies, just passes out. Sonks.
Plataris retires back towards the spire. Well, towards the spire with shitty pants and vomit.
Pants.
Yep.
Damn, I kind of feel bad.
Why do you feel bad?
I love how he's like, why do you feel bad?
Congratulations, you survived.
Yeah, congratulations, you survived.
And
Plataris is no longer your problem.
And you've also, well, no, I was going to just say that. Bunny and Wolf survived. Plataris is left in a state that he probably will not be able to join that fight. If he ends up joining it, it'd be at a way later turn if the fight is even lasting that long.
Is he gonna be in his shit covered pants and vomit?
I mean, it depends. Like literally, it depends on how long that fight's going over there at Travail. And just as we're rounding things off, Bunny, I like to everyone just give a round of applause for Bunny for being with us, getting through this very tough situation.
What's in your
Thank
victory?
Thank you.
You're gonna go to the beach.
Yay!
Objective completed. Survive.
Beach episode. Yay!
Well,
Took off the fire off my damn place.
I would like.
you mean
I would like
our
to say-
place now? You see that there's a picture of Bunny and Wolf's avatars with the communist symbol? It's our house now, Lance.
It is our-
It's our house, comrade.
It
No,
is
no,
our-
no. If you're gonna be under my roof, you're gonna respect capitalism. Let's take a book of economics 101. You will love this book by the time you're done living here.
You're gonna come into the house. You're gonna fucking see vomit on shit on the floor. I ain't cleaning
What?
that. That's you.
No, more like shit on my fucking driveway.
No,
That's
yeah, he
you
shat in the
doing that.
he shat in the driveway.
Yeah. Then
And,
you clean it. I'm not cleaning it. I did my job.
Wolf
Yeah.
Wolf does not have to clean after Blitz.
Also, what about the file?
No. See, you don't understand. The laser that he produces from his eyes isn't like catching a blaze. It's just like frictional burn. He was cutting through the roof to drop it on them.
Okay, good. So all of now
There's
is
a
just pretty
big
fucked
L,
up
there's
roof.
like a big reverse L on the top of your roof that cuts
An L?
a reversed L.
Okay, I thought I was about to say we actually do it else.
No, but the roof is but about 60% intact. But yeah, no, just a round of applause for Bunny for being with us, and their character will continue to have actions played through me, and then we'll have more events where Bunny will come back and do this sort of pseudo thing where she takes her choices in terms of her choices and actions, and I'll roll out the damage dice and whatnot.
Yay!
And yeah, that would be the end of the Ballroom Bunny.
Yay!
Who would have thought Plataris would be shitting himself before leaving this fight? Because I was not on my bingo card.
Stop making fun of me.
I think it was the right play to let him get away because had you run out of AP the next turn, that might have been not good for you.
I was
Ran
banking
out of AP the
on...
turn after.
Yeah, because the turn that the turn after is Danny's right.
Yeah. So if they threw my car into Plataris, knocking him down and pinning him, she would have been able to use treasure box to get into the mine, use both decisions, and from there on forward. And then
that was
the next turn,
that wasn't what Bunny wanted.
yes,
I was
well, that was-
scared. I was scared.
And that's okay. I'd rather you take your choices and do the ones you want.
It's authentic to it was authentic too. You did great.
Thank you. Me over here like, ah.
And now we kill Alistair.
You left the impression to everybody how powerful your anima can be, especially with the mental disorders that Plataris now has to deal with. Those aren't Yes, those are mental disorders. He has an irrational fear of anthropomorphic bunny women reading books. It's rather specific. And he also has the disorder where he cannot control his bowels. Like he cannot regulate his stomach and anything that it's churning. So he can vomit, he can shit himself again.
My God, I can't believe this.
Yeah, so you made evil Superman just kind of shit and piss himself and vomit.
Now evil Superman's in con.
Can I just shake hands with myself for almost killing Lance and just making another guy just shit and vomit?
Yes.
Yes.
And again, the discerning factor is that you had Plataris under your effective AP2. With Lance, you didn't have him under your effective AP2, just the AP1. So that's why you only did physical damage. It's because you took him to his mental state of his happiest memories. That's where you shot him in the head twice. I just made it like visually you shot him through both memories, but the reality would have been more like you shot him in the head once and would have snapped him out of it. But rule of cool, that's what I like. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, she made the right choices.
There's no such thing as a wrong choice, though. Just whatever Bunny wanted to choose.
I was scared. Y'all opened up like, hey, yo, he did this and this and this, and I was like, this shit ain't gonna be good.
Well, you made him shit himself for life.
Well,
Oh yeah, he also killed 5 children.
Oh my god.
He did.
Imagine the tablet they saw him flying when he saw it himself. Grand Hero Plataris while shitting himself.
Look. Is that a bird? No, it's a plane. No, it's a brown. It's a brown shower.
It's Plataris shitting himself.
I just want to imagine like it's just like a brown streak landing on top of a kid's head, and Plataris like, yeah, coming, little shit. That's your fault, not mine.
Fuck.
I hate bunnies.
Plataris in his
Tall
room
dummy mommies.
crying.
How tall? Wait, sorry. How tall is Bunny?
How tall is Bunny?
Yes.
Yeah.
5'3".
Oh my god, someone shorter than Edmund. Let's go.
Damn. 5'3" Bunny.
She's
And then-
5'3",
And
but
then
with
Wolf,
her ear, she's probably like 5'6" or 5'8".
that's some big ass ears.
Yes, that's a hair. Those are hair ears.
Okay. Wolf is at 6'3".
Oh,
As tall as Lance.
Just a bit taller than Lance, yes.
tall and small. Just this small buddy girl just reading the fucking book like.
No one will die. Fun, says Bunny.
Wait till Bunny meets Steinrich.
Oh yeah, Cyric's fucking taller than Wolf. Which is just always going to be the weird part of that dichotomy. Is just Wolf looking at Cyric like, look up, down. What the fuck did you eat? They enhanced me like this. The fuck did they do to make you?
Please don't eat me, says Steinway.
Oh my god.
Wolf looks at Cynric. Please don't eat me.
I don't want you to wear me as a pelt. No promises. Ah, shit.
Oh shit.
Don't put me as a pelt.
What happens if like Wolf did steal from Platalis and took his card, like his key card that gets him back into the spiral?
You know, honestly, that was probably the item I was gonna give up. Yeah, the key card.
Plataris actively trying to get back into the spire. Just
He would actively have a hard time. Yes, there's actually a lot of specific ruling on that. That could have also shafted him.
He just starts shitting and puking in the middle of the hallway.
It's like a drunk guy trying to get back home, and he's stumbling back, and everyone's taking pictures as he's trying to fumble for that key card. But he, you guys didn't steal it from him. But if you did, that would have been the moment. It's like, get the fuck away from me! Oh!
You gotta get that whole suit dry clean. You gotta get that dry clean because it's ruined now.
Ruined now, Buddy says.
And you hear on the spiral net, Plataris is in the hospital for massive dehydration.
Yeah, it's also a thing that can happen. So how do you guys feel about the session?
We pull off a win.
Thank God there's one less asshole showing up to that fight.
Dude,
Hopefully.
How long the fight continues? Yeah, exactly. How long that fight continues?
Then, you know what? Honestly, we ride out that fight.
It's okay. Once Alistair and Emma get here, the fight will end quickly.